Margot. I'm coming to you from Own Your Life. Thank you so much for signing up to receive this really important video about your spine and your spine health. I'm going to start off kind of simply with some just really important information about your spine. There's an old Chinese proverb that says, you are only as old as your spine. And that kind of went on. I've seen it in many different ways. I've seen it saying that you are only as young as your spine is old. You're only as healthy as your spine is flexible. So since this has been something that we hear about an awful lot, we know that the spine is hugely important in the process of healthy aging. Okay, so I'm going to start off with telling you one thing. The most important thing for your spine is breath. A really controlled or mindful breath that is engaged and supportive will support your spine and keep it healthy. So I want you to think about, in anything that we do or that you do, to support your spine with a full 360-degree breathing, with a real opening of the rib cage and a closing of the rib cage. And if you're not sure what that is, just bring your hands onto your ribs. Sit up nice and tall. Find that extra ½ inch in your waistband so you're up even a little bit taller. And then when you breathe, feel this open up. When you exhale, feel it close up. Breathe in, feel it open, and breathe out. Feel it close. So in everyday fashion, when you're just kind of moving, you're breathing in through your nose and your mouth. There's a little bit of a chest lift. That's fine. But when you do anything that really causes you to put weight or any kind of stress on your spine, which means bending over to unload a dishwasher, folding laundry, doing your workout, think about supporting the spine. Think about a big breath in and an exhale, drawing that rib cage in, feeling tall and connected, and then going about your job for the moment. All right, so that's the first thing. The second thing that's super important about spinal health is to know that you have to move your spine in order for it to stay healthy. So your spine moves in 4 ways. It's going to move in flexion, it's going to move in extension, rotation, and lateral flexion. Every one of those movements is really important. So make sure that you find movements, exercises, stretches each day that move your spine in that fashion. So we're going to start now. I'm going to give you about 30 minutes of a practice that you can do each day to support your spine. Let's get started. So sit up nice and tall. Take a nice deep inhale. Open your mouth. Exhale it out. Feel that rib cage begin to connect. And we'll just warm up the body. Take another big breath in. Exhale it out. Slight tuck of the chin. And then just begin to roll the crown of your head down. So as you roll the crown of your head down, pull your belly button in and back. Feel the stretch across the spine. Keep pulling your belly button in and then roll yourself back up. We'll do that one more time. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale it all out. Belly button pulls in and back as you start to tuck your chin. Roll the crown of your head down. And then roll yourself back up. Interlace your fingers on the back of your head. Open up the chest. So press your head into your hands. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Feel that little bit of extension. As you extend, can you pay attention to your rib cage? What's happening? Don't allow it to pop out. Just feel the thoracic spine pulling together and breathe. And then let that release. You can pay attention. Notice the shoulder blades. As I pull the elbows back, shoulder blades come up a little bit. I'm squeezing in between the shoulder blades. And then as I release, the shoulder blades come back down, elbows come into the peripheral vision. I want you to think about that every single time you bring your hands onto the back of your head. Release your hands down. Bring your left hand onto your right knee, right fingertips behind you. Lengthen up the spine. And then rotate, look over that right shoulder. Come back through center, right hand on your left knee, left fingertips behind you. Before you move, lift up and then rotate. Look over that left shoulder. Bring yourself back into neutral. Fingertips come down. Inhale, both arms reach up. On the exhale, right hand down, left arm reaches overhead. And then bring yourself back up. Lift and lengthen through the waist. Left hand comes down, right arm overhead. Trying to stay heavy in the hips so that the work is coming from the waistband. And bring yourself back up. Perfect. Turn sideways on the mat. That's just a nice warm up of the spine. Flex your feet back towards your face. Sit up nice and tall. So we have 3 parts of the sit bone. A lot of times when we're sitting, we sit here. This is the back edge of the sit bone. This is your middle edge. I'm still not even up as tall as I can be. Bring yourself up onto the front edge of your sit bone. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale it all out. And then do that slight tuck of the tailbone as you roll yourself part way down. Relax the shoulders. Check in with your head and neck. Pull your belly button in. Look over your right shoulder. Come back to center. Look over your left shoulder. Come back to center. Find the top edge of your belly. Look between your knees and start to roll. There's your flexion. All the way back up. Let's do that again. Take a breath in. Exhale it all out. Belly button pulls in, rib cage pulls in, slight tuck of the tailbone. Roll yourself down just until your arms are straight. Looking for a little more challenge, release the fingertips. Pull the belly button in. Relax the shoulders. Check the neck again. Look over the right shoulder. Left shoulder. Look between your knees. Find that top edge of your belly. Roll yourself all the way back up to seated. Take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale it all out. And this time, very slowly, roll yourself down just until your pinkies meet about your knees. Pull your belly button back in, and then extend the legs nice and long. Draw the belly button in a little further, and roll all the way down onto the mat. When you get down onto the mat, stretch your arms out nice and long. Hug your knees right into your chest, and then just do a little rock around on your back. So a little massage of the spine, and switch directions. So in Pilates, they do an exercise called rolling like a ball. Bring your hands underneath your knees, pull your knees in, and roll yourself back up to seated. So rolling like a ball is just a massage of the spine, but there's a lot of control involved. So sit up nice and tall. Walk your feet in. I'm going to separate my knees out, reach for my ankles. If reaching for your ankles doesn't work, reach for the back of your knees, and then come up onto your toes. Take a nice big breath in. Find that front edge of your sit bone one more time, and then exhale, round your spine. Find a little balance here. Pull your belly button in, and then just roll on your spine. Roll back and come back up. Roll back and come back up. Roll back and come back up. Just a nice little massage, good for your spine. Bring your knees back together. Arms reach out. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale it all out. Start to roll yourself all the way down. When you get down onto the mat, stack your knees over your hips. So do this with some thought. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale it out. Draw the rib cage in, draw the belly button in, keep the pelvic bone nice and stable, and then lift the other leg up. So I'm fully connected through here. Interlace your fingers behind your head, draw your elbows slightly forward, take a breath in. Exhale it all out. Head, neck, and shoulders lift up. So from here, slowly lower both knees over to the right. Try to keep the upper body stable. Bring your knees back through center, squeeze into the knees, lower over to the left. Come back into center. If you're struggling here, lower down, reach your arms straight up to the sky, really stabilize the shoulder girdle, take a breath in, exhale it out, lower both knees over to the right, Come back through center and over to the left. Come back up to center one more time each side. So just really using the internal obliques. And release the feet down, release the arms down. Extend your legs out nice and long. Flex your feet back towards your face. Reach your arms overhead. Take a nice big inhale here. And then as you exhale, roll yourself all the way up. And sit up nice and tall. We'll do a little bit of a spine stretch here. Flex your feet back towards your face. Find that front edge of the sit bone, lift out of your waistband. And maybe bring your thumbs right onto your hip crease so that your hip crease doesn't move forward and back. Take a breath in. Exhale it all out. Slight tuck of the chin and start to roll yourself down. Crown of my head is rolling towards the mat. Belly button's pulling in and back. I've gone about as far as I can go. Pull the belly button back again and then reach your fingertips towards your toes. Feel the stretch across the spine. Keep breathing. And roll yourself back up to seated. One more time, take a breath in. Exhale it out. On that exhale, support the spine. Pull the rib cage in, pull the belly button in. Slight tuck of the chin. Roll yourself. Keep pulling that belly button back. Reach the fingertips as long as you can. And then roll yourself all the way back up. Bring your feet together and we'll roll down nice and slowly. Take a breath in. Exhale it all out. Slight tuck of your tailbone as you roll all the way down. Release the arms overhead, stretch it out. So I'm going to have you flip right over onto your belly. We've just done a bunch of flexion, a little bit of warm-up rotation, and now we'll work some extension. So come down onto your belly. Forehead will come down onto the mat. Point your toes, bring your feet into the mat, and then just engage a little bit so you feel the knees lift. As you come down onto the mat, I want you to think about your arms being in a goalpost. So my shoulder and elbow are in line, and then my elbow and my wrist. Forehead is down. Take a breath in. Exhale it all out. Belly button pulls in, rib cage pulls in. Pull your belly button in one more time. See if you can feel that lift off the mat. And then press into the forearms as you lift just your chest. Can you lift your belly button up while you're here? And lower back down. Take a breath in. Exhale it all out. Belly button pulls in, rib cage pulls in. Try to lift the belly button up as if you were going to slide a piece of paper under there, and then press into the forearms as you lift your chest. Is the belly button lifted? And release it down. Reach the arms down beside you. We'll see if you can come up a little bit higher now. Take a breath in. Exhale it all out. Belly button in, rib cage in. Reach the fingertips, lift the chest. Now check your rib cage. Can you pull it in? Can you pull the belly button up, support the spine, lift the feet? Breathe. And release it down. Reach your arms straight out in front. We'll do an exercise called swimming. Forehead is down towards the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale it all out. Belly button in, rib cage in. Palms of the hands lift up, biceps are right by your ears. Float the chest up, float the feet up. Now before you move, check the rib cage, check the belly button. Can you pull them in and support your spine? And then flutter kick the hands and the feet like you're in a pool. Try to do this without rocking from side to side. And release it down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself right up onto all fours and pause. So giving your spine just a moment to settle, and I'd like you to start right at your tailbone. Slight tuck of the tailbone, pull your belly button in and up. Press the mat away, let your head drop. And then send the tailbone all the way back. Let the belly drop. Press the mat away as you look forward. And then find neutral, right in the middle. So a good, strong thought process about movement is to be able to move like a child. So if your spine is only as, or if your age is only as, a good thing to think about is being able to move a little bit like a child. That children have very strong and healthy spines. A good thing to think about is a healthy spine moves like a child moves. So we're going to do something called a bear crawl. We'll get our bodies warm for it, and then we'll head into it. So coming onto all fours, curl your toes under. Take a nice big breath in here. Exhale it all out. Rib cage pulls in, belly button pulls in. Lift your knees just to hover. Notice that the spine is nice and neutral. Pull your rib cage in, pull your belly button in, support your spine. Try not to have your hips up here. Try not to let the spine sink. Press the mat away and become neutral. And then release the knees down. Flatten out your feet if that feels good. Sink your hips back to prepare. Bring yourself back up. We'll do a little bit of a bear crawl here. Curl your toes under. Take a big breath in. Exhale it all out. Belly button and rib cage in. Lift your knees to hover. And there's a little walk forward and a little step back. A little step forward, a little step back. So just keep moving for about 15 to 20 seconds. Strengthening the core, supporting the spine with the internal muscles, and moving. And release it down, flatten out your feet. Sink your hips back. And then bring yourself back up. I'm going to come on to your side. As you come onto your side, I'd like you to come down onto that left elbow. Find your left oblique and lift it up off the mat. I'm going to bend my knees out in front. My feet are approximately in line with the tailbone. Right hand comes onto my head, and I'm going to lengthen my spine by pressing my head back into my hand. But so that my shoulder isn't here, elbow comes into my peripheral vision. All right, lengthen it out, take a breath in, little bit of a clamshell here. Exhale it all out, support the spine, and then open and close. Open and close. The spine is stable. The movement is through the hip. Keep breathing. Hold it at the top and a little bit of a pulse. Keep pulling that belly button in order to support the spine. And release it down. Take your right leg, reach it out long. Keep checking in. Where's that oblique? Reach that right leg a little longer and then make some small circles. Healthy hip joint. Strong spine, and switch directions. And trying to do this without this kind of movement, all right? Stabilizing. Believe it or not, a stable spine is a mobile spine. And then release that down. Bring yourself up. I'm going to catch my right ankle and take that left arm, get a little lateral bend. Perfect. Bring yourself up. We'll switch sides. Coming down onto your right side. Right elbow is on the mat. Elbow and shoulder are in line. Knees are slightly in front. Heels are towards my tailbone. Left hand comes onto the head. Press the head back. Press out of the shoulder. Find your oblique. Breathe. And then a little clamshell. So I'll show you a little variation here. If you feel like you're not getting enough there, lift the feet up. But as you lift the feet, Don't drop here. Stay lifted here, and then clamshell. So as you do this program more than once, you might begin to add on. Hold it at the top, and then a little pulse. Good, release that down. Extend the left leg long, reach it a little longer. Make sure you're out of that right oblique. It's pulling in. It's almost as if you feel your belly button pull away from your waistband. Keep lifting and make some circles. Nice and stable. And then switch directions. Let that release down. Bring yourself up. Lift up. Catch that left ankle and bring your right arm all the way overhead. And then bring yourself back up. Come on to all fours. So we'll bring some balance. We'll bring some balance into all fours. Take that right arm forward, bicep by your ear. Pull your belly button in, left leg back. Lower that left hip a little bit. Press the mat away. Keep breathing. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, find that flexion. Reach your right elbow to your left knee. Round the spine, press the mat away. Pull the belly button in. And then reach it long, find neutral. Bring the hand down, bring the knee down, and we'll switch sides. Left arm forward, right leg back. Press the mat away. Lower that right hip a little bit. Keep stabilizing. Keep breathing. Nice big inhale here. And then exhale, round the spine. Bring your left elbow towards your right knee. Press the mat away. Pull the belly button in and up. And extend it long. Release it down. Release the knee down. And then I'm going to come forward onto the mat. Send my feet straight out in front. Sit up nice and tall. Reach the arms out. Flex the feet back. Take a breath in. Exhale it all out. And roll part way down. Pull your belly button in. Pull your rib cage in. Try to reach the right arm up without the spine moving. Really support it. Bring it back down. Pull the belly button back and in. Left arm up. Reach it down. Right arm up. Left arm. What we're looking to avoid is this. All right, that's just a lift of the chest. I'm staying in control through the core, rib cage pulled in, belly button in and back, and it's just a movement of the shoulder. Nice and strong. Look between your knees, top edge of the belly, roll it all the way up. We'll do one more rotation here. I'm going to have my palms and my hands face away. So hands face away, shoulders relax down, front edge of the sit bones, all the little things we've talked about. Take a breath in, exhale it all out, slight tuck of the tailbone, roll it, part way down. Draw your belly button in. Look over your right shoulder. So all these little extras are just checking in to make sure that you don't have tension anywhere but pulling that belly in. Stabilize the knees. Rotate to the right. Come back through center. Rotate to the left. Come back through center. Rotate to the right. Come back through center. Rotate to the left. Come back through center. Reach the arms long. Look between your knees. Pull that belly button in and back and roll. All the way back up. Extend your legs out. We'll roll all the way down onto your back. Start again. Find a pin cushion underneath your tailbone and sit up a little taller. Reach the arms out in front. Take a breath in. Exhale it all out. Roll yourself all the way down. When you get down onto the mat, stretch it out. Reach your arms down long beside you. Take a breath in. We'll stabilize as we move. Breathe in. Exhale it out. Rib cages in, belly buttons in. Right knee comes up, left knee comes up. Nice and stable. Reach the arms down long. Take a breath in. Exhale it all out. Head, neck, and shoulders lift up. I'm going to pull my right knee in, left hand to the inside, right hand to the ankle. Extend that left leg long. Pull the belly button in, let the work come from there. Switch sides. And switch. Don't move quickly. Keep pulling the belly button in. Move with intention. Move with strength. Stability, not momentum. Hug both knees in. Lift the shoulder blades a little further, pull the belly button in. And we'll reach both legs forward and your arms back, biceps by your ears. Circle the arms around, reach for your ankles, lift a little higher. Toes forward, fingers back, and reach. One more, toes forward, fingers back, and circle. Release it down, feet come down, walk your feet to the outside edge, and just move from side to side. Bring your knees back up, so take a breath in, exhale it all out, rib cage in, belly button in, and bring the other knee up. Interlace your fingers behind your head. So I'm going to ask that we just do the upper body rotation here, not the lower body, not the traditional crisscross. Elbows are in your peripheral vision, so the shoulder blades are sliding down. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. Head, neck, and shoulders lift up. Rotate that left elbow towards the right knee. Squeeze into the knees. Come back to center. Switch sides. Come back to center. Switch sides. Come back to center. And switch. Come back to center. And switch. One more. Back to center. And switch. Come back to center. And release it down. Hug your knees in. You might bring your hands right underneath your knees and rock yourself. Nice spinal massage right up. I'm going to have you come on to your left side, and we'll do a little bit of sideline. So come up onto that left knee, left hand plants, right leg comes out. Stack the right shoulder over the left. Lift the hip a little bit. Breathe. Take that hand right behind your head. Lift the right foot up. So stabilize the spine. Pull the belly button in, pull the rib cage in. Flex your foot. Reach that foot forward. Point your toe and drag it back. Get the extension through the hip, but don't feel the spine going back and forth. We'll do 3 here. Flex the foot, bring it forward. Point the toe, reach it back. Flex the foot, bring it forward. Point your toe, reach it back. Flex your foot, bring it forward. Point your toe, reach it back. Bring that leg in, arm up, and sit down. Come on to the other side. Right hand is down, left leg will come out. Stack the shoulders, left hand behind your head, rib cage pulled in, lift the left foot up. Keep pressing the mat away. Keep breathing. And then take that left foot, flex it, reach it forward. Point your toe, drag it back. Flex your foot, reach it forward. Point your toe, drag it back. Flex your foot, reach it forward, point your toe, and drag it back. Let that release down. Bring yourself up to seated. Awesome. So a little bit of a cool down, moving the joints. Sit up tall, extend your legs out. Find that pin cushion right underneath your tailbone. Flex your feet back towards your face, and let's just use the toe joint. A little wiggle of the toes. Then I'm going to have you draw your right knee into your chest. I'm going to pull it in nice and tall. Sit up tall. Pull your belly button in and back. Breathe in. Exhale it out. Lift that left leg up. Circle the ankle. Switch directions. Let it release down. Take that right ankle, cross it over, and just give a little opening of that hip. Let that release. Left knee pulls all the way in. Draw it in, sit up tall. Pin cushion underneath your tailbone. Breathe in. Exhale it out. Lift that right leg up. Point and flex. And then circle the ankle. Switch directions. Release it down. Take that left ankle, cross it over the right knee. Give it a little bit of an opening. Let that release out. Good. I'm going to just sit into a mermaid. Sit up nice and tall. Take my right ear to my right shoulder. Chin to chest. Left ear to your left shoulder. Bring your head back up. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale it all out. Let everything release. And give yourself a hand. Nice job. So that's about 25 to 30 minutes of just working on the spine in all ranges of motion, flexion, extension, rotation, lateral movement. Keep reminding yourself that a healthy spine is one that moves all the time and that is stable. All right. If you'd like more information, you can go to omyourlifenow.com. Thanks.